Hey Rose, how are you? Are you able to hear me? I usually don't use this computer, so I was kind of playing around with it. Are you able to hear me? Rose, are you there? Yeah, as you can see, we've gotten a lot of snow. I'm sitting here watching the snow with Mika, just hanging out. Wonderful. Yeah, for some reason I'm not seeing this live on my phone so I can see the chat. Let me see if I can fix that. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I definitely don't want to. So now I've got it up on my phone. So am I vertical? So I've got this thing vertical now. Oh, I see. Okay. So I screwed this whole thing up, didn't I? So let's see if I can switch it so it's a different. Oh, it's so funny. For some reason, it came out vertical. Yeah, I'm so sick of the snow. I'm just really sick of it. I'm trying to figure out how to switch this so it's not vertical anymore. I don't know if I can. No, yeah, I'm not sure if I can switch it or not. Yeah, it's not letting me switch the orientation. I probably have to start it over. Yeah. So I haven't been on this channel a whole lot. I've been kind of frustrated with YouTube um, because they're just not putting my videos out, not putting them out to my subs, just not putting them out. They're putting out old videos, but anytime I put up something new, it just like dies. And so I've been kind of taking a break from Colorado Martini and working on other channels. I have new channels that are doing so much better than this channel is. It's just like it's died lately. And I don't know why. I've tried to change things up. I've tried to do all sorts of things. Yeah, it's kind of like this live. It's like only put this live out to you and nobody else. And even though I haven't gone live in a long time, but that's one of the reasons I just haven't been putting a whole lot of energy into Colorado Martini. It just hasn't been going anywhere lately. Well, since this thing is not doing what I want it to, because it's, yeah, well, it's just like just all the videos I've put out. It's like I'm lucky if I break 100 views in like a week. And for a channel that's been around for 7 years, with 14,000 subs. That's ridiculous. So I'm seriously thinking about putting this channel to bed because it's not even, it's becoming to a point where why am I putting out videos if they're not going to put me out? It's almost like they're shadow banning me. So we've started 3 other channels and those are doing well. We've got Mr. Martini's got the Fix DIY. He took over my Epic Earth channel and that one's doing really well. He puts out a lot of car stuff. Yeah. Well, and then my Generations Found, that's doing really well. That actually does better than Colorado Martini. So, for some reason, people love funerals. My funeral videos, my famous funeral videos, do really well. And then I tried to do sacred places on this channel, and it did well at first, and then it just died. And so I actually moved it over to its own channel and called it World's Greatest Sacred Places. And I'm just starting it up, but I'm putting all my sacred places, all the churches and sacred places that we seem to go, and putting it on that channel now. So well, we'll still put stuff up. It's just that I'm just not going to put a video up every week because it's just heartbreaking when you work hard on a video and you only get 80 views. And I don't know. I just don't know whether travel is just saturated, but I'm definitely not getting my share of the market on this channel. And again, we've been around for 7 years and I don't think they're putting them out to our subs because I'm definitely not getting sub traffic. So, it's like the same videos. I'll put it up on a different channel and it will do really well. So I think that YouTube is shadow banning me for some reason. I don't know. So I'm so glad you like Generations Found. That's a very special channel to me. So, and I'm really enjoying my new channel that I'm doing now, the World's Greatest Sacred Places. I enjoy that. I one day I realized I had like a ton of footage on churches and sacred places. I guess I'm just a magnet to those things, and I just had so much footage. That's why I just decided to start putting it out, and it's doing really well. Yeah, definitely check out World's Greatest Sacred Places is what it's called. Um, I know it's kind of a mouthful, but I'm trying something new by having exactly what it is in the name of the channel, and I'm seeing if maybe that helps get it out, rather than just like a 2-name title to the channel. And I know it's like a lot to type out in live, but we'll see how it goes. I just started it, so yeah, so I'm starting to move all the sacred places stuff over that. And then Mr. Martini took over Epic Earth Found. That's no more. And now it's the Fix DIY. I don't get notifications about you anymore. That's why I haven't been to your channel. I get no notifications about your channel. None. So I don't know what's up with that. And it's like I have to seek you out. You're not coming up in my feed. Your posts do. Your posts come up in my feed, but your videos and your lives don't. Like you used to always tell me when you would go live, and I don't get those anymore from you. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the settings, make sure the bell's still set on your channel. see. Yeah, things don't get out to my subs either. They contact me and say, maybe, yeah, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happens. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So, I'm just kind of at a point where I'm thinking travel's kind of dead. And that's why I try to kind of mix it up into some other things, but I just wasn't having any success at all. It was actually doing worse when I wasn't staying the course. So I'm just going to take a little break from this channel, and I'm just, when I say break, I'm just saying I'm not putting a video out every week like I used to. It's too much work for nothing when I can put it out on these other channels. So, but because most of the money that I make on these channels, it's all retirement money, and I'm getting close to retirement, so I don't have time to futz around. I need to put away the money now. So, but we'll be moving to North Carolina in about a year and a half, so we'll be closer to you. Yes, he's very good at fixing cars. Matter of fact, the channel was going to be mostly like fixing cars and doing house maintenance, because that's what he's an expert in, is those two things. And it kind of took this car show, car museum became real popular on the channel. So I've just been posting stuff like that because I do all the posting for him. Um, and so he'll have more of the DIY stuff soon. But right now his arm's in a sling. He had shoulder surgery this week. That would be great. Yeah. You know, that would be great. During the week, a lot of times I'm in meetings. I work out of the house, but a lot of times I'm in like a, what do you call it? I can't think of the name of the platform. I'm usually in a virtual meeting a lot of times during the week. I am working meetings and things like that. So I can't wait to retire. It's getting close. And if they shut down the Department of Ed, I might be retiring even sooner, because the Department of Ed is the people that we manage loans for. So, because I work in financial aid, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, we stopped doing the ghost hunts for two reasons, actually. One was it was a lot of work to go through the footage, a lot of work. And it was just took too much time. And secondly, it was the people. The people that we met and that we were working with and stuff, just, they were fakes, is the best way to put it. And we didn't agree with their ethics. And so we decided to just kind of walk away from it, because we didn't want to be around these people that, are faking. Where does he live in North Carolina? Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's going to be in a sling for the next 6 weeks. Hey, Monica. Hi, haven't seen you in ages. Excuse the scene being off. I can't figure out how to fix it. God, Monica, I haven't seen you in the longest time. How have you been? Do you know Rose? Rose does the earthquake channel. Monica does the great crafts channel. No, I screwed it up when I started. I haven't gone live in so long, and I'm on my tablet, and I can't find any settings to flip it. I have like clicked on everything, and I cannot. Let's see, is it this one? No, that just turns it around. I cannot figure out retouch highlight saver. Yeah, there's like no option. I guess once it goes live, you can't turn it. Because he's so cute, Rose. Yeah, I was just telling Rose I'm retiring in about a year and a half, depending on how things go, and I'll be moving to North Carolina. God, I cannot figure out how to fix this thing. Yeah, we're moving to the coast in North Carolina. Well, as you can see, it's snowing here. Yeah, the coast, we love the coast area. We're actually moving to kind of an inlet area where the Outer Banks protect this huge sound. Yeah, that was insanity, definitely. That was in the western part of the state, and we're moving to the eastern part. Not that it doesn't flood, because it does during hurricanes. So, but because we're like be completely surrounded by, there's like two rivers that come out, huge rivers, and they make a peninsula, and we're moving onto the peninsula area. It's New Bern, if you've ever heard of New Bern, and then it goes out to the and then so it makes this huge sound, big bay, and so you're on the water, but you're not on the ocean. So the ocean's like a half hour away. The sound is so big, because if you look at a map, you'll see the Outer Banks, and the Outer Banks make a huge bay. My hubby's mom's sister lives around the coast of North Carolina. Oh, that's good. But they do get a flood. Yeah, that's the one thing you have to worry about is flood. So we'll just make sure that we don't um, move to a floodplain area. So, but you know what? It's flooded here before. I mean, we had a huge flood back in 2013, and it was horrible. It was like a tsunami came down the mountain, and everybody was like bringing me. My house is kind of up on a knoll area, and I was having people bring me their kids because everybody was flooded out, and having their kids stay here because I was on dry ground. But yeah, it was horrible. It was back in 2013. Everything was flooded in northern Colorado. Oh, no worries. I haven't gone live in so long on this channel um, that I just was like, how do you do this again? And as you can see, I'm still trying to figure it out well, here, I know how to fix this. Let's see if that works. There we go. See, Monica, I'm out of practice too. Hopefully that won't fall over. Now you can really see the snow. Definitely has a delay to it. There it goes. The kitty was here a minute ago in front of the camera. There we go. Now we're fixed. Let's see, let me catch up on chat here. Yes, we'll be close to the ocean. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, we'll be close to the ocean about half an hour inland. So that will protect us from the hurricanes. So it won't be in the mountains. The mountains are more on the eastern side of the state. Yes, I do still have, I started a bunch of channels because I wasn't making enough money for my efforts on one channel. And so I decided to start other ones to be more in a niche, like different niches that I wanted to do rather than doing those niches on Colorado Martini. And so it's actually paid off. I recommend it actually. So rather than putting that, a bunch of content out on one channel, I'm spreading it out on actually 4 channels now. And they're making better money than Colorado Martini is. And because we have Patrick took over Epic Earth, and that's the fixed DIY now, and that's Patrick. And then I have Generations Found, which is my baby. I love that channel, and that's doing better than Colorado Martini. And then I took my Sacred Places videos off of Colorado Martini, and I'm putting them on a new channel called World's Greatest Sacred Places. I just started that one. And then I'm writing articles too for Newsbreak. Yes, it's always a struggle. Yeah, I just, hey, pre-retirement, welcome. If you guys don't know pre-retirement days, definitely subscribe to her. She's wonderful. She has a great cooking channel. She's a good friend. And this is Rose and Monica. I've been friends with Rose and Monica since I started this channel. I've known these guys for the longest time. I think I met Monica. God, Monica, was it back in the I can't even remember that movement we belonged to. Oh my God, with James Cox. What was that called? I Am a Creator. I think that's where we met. The I Am Creator movement back in the day. Thank you, Monica. I love all your content. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, I found that I was putting on a bunch of content out in Colorado Martini and it wasn't going anywhere. It was doing really bad. And that's why I decided to start other channels. And it does really well on the other channels. So that's why I have so many channels. It was I Am a Creator, wasn't it, Monica? Isn't that where you met? We met, and then Rose. I've known Rose forever too, since the beginning, and I can't even remember where. I think Rose and I just our paths just crossed. Yeah, I found that you would think with 4 channels, you would think that you're constantly making videos, and I am, but I was constantly making videos for Colorado Martini, and they weren't making hardly any money, and they're just not putting me out like they used to. And so what I kind of do is I'm just putting 2 videos out per channel, and I'm just alternating. Oh my God, Angelo! So everybody, Angelo's a good old friend also that I've known forever. And hey, Angelo has done really well. I'm good, Angelo. I haven't talked to you in a while, especially on IM. We haven't talked in a while. So I just decided to go live. I've been live forever. And just to suit, Mr. Martini had a shoulder surgery, so he's in bed and it's snowing. And I just was kind of bored, so I thought I'd go on live. Yeah, that's another reason why I've started other channels is because Colorado Martini is travel, and when I retire, I'm probably not going to be traveling as much. I'll be RVing, and so I just kind of wanted to spread my wings onto other content. Yeah, he tore a ligament in his shoulder. He has orthopedic problems, and he's had shoulder. This is like his fourth shoulder surgery. On both shoulders, he's had problems. So he's in a sling in bed right now. So I'm kind of stuck in the house. And as you can see, they don't want to go out anyways. It's so icy out right now. Yeah, we bought an RV about a year ago because we had sold ours a while back. And so you will probably be, we'll be doing a lot more RVing this summer. Yeah, house remodeling can be expensive. So, Angela, where have you been exploring lately? Angelo and I met years and years ago, probably 7 years ago when we were doing ghost hunting. And he was doing ghost hunting, he still does. And we've been friends ever since. Oh, you've been doing this for 12 years now, Rose? I didn't realize that. Ooh, where are you going in Asia, Angelo? Monica, it was really good to see you again. It's been ages. Let's not let that happen again. Definitely, let's stay in touch. Oh, Japan. I would love to go to Japan. Oh, the Philippines would be cool. There's a lot of really neat abandoned stuff in the Philippines, like military bases. What was that military base? There was a military base it got evacuated because of a volcano. That's in the Philippines, and it's supposed to be like really creepy. And I forget what military base. I bet you if you put volcano Philippines abandoned military base, it would come up on Google. Ooh, that sounds nice, Rose. I know a few abandoned places, but I really want to go and experience the country. Yeah, it'd be it'd just be wonderful. I would love to go there. Cambodia would be cool too. I've always wanted to go to Cambodia because of all the cool ancient sites they have there, even though they've been looted quite a bit. I would just love to like go to Angkor. Bye, Monica. Yeah, I would love to go to Cambodia. I just that's been on my list for a long time. That would be beautiful. Yeah, yeah, Angela, if you're leaving in the next month or so, you're probably going to catch the cherry blossoms in Japan. Bye, Monica. Hey, Barton RV. Oh, that would be amazing, Angela. Yeah, you're going right at the right time. Springtime there would probably be absolutely beautiful. The snow would still be on Fuji. Stay dry, Monica. Yeah, Barton RV. I hardly ever go live on this channel, but I just kind of just I was kind of bored. Mr. Martini's in bed from shoulder surgery. It's icy snow outside, and I just was like, I think I'm gonna go live. I bet you have a lot of flight credits, Angelo. You fly out, you go everywhere. You guys definitely check each other out. Barton RV is trying to get monetized, so definitely check Barton RV out. He could use the subs and the hours. It is unusual for me. We used to go live all the time, and we just stopped doing it a while back. I kind of got burnt out on it, and so I just haven't gone live on this channel for a really long time. Nope, just one. I usually drive all over Canada. Have you been having problems getting back into the USA? Because I know you were having problems when you were coming to when you were going to come to Colorado and see me. I will definitely try to make that to your live. Sometimes it's hard for me to get to live streams, but if I don't go to your live stream, know that I'm watching your videos. I'm trying to help you out with your hours. Hey, way back when, what was it, Angelo, like 7 years ago? Angelo and I think that's how we met, the same way that, we helped each other out. Are you going to move to the US, Angelo? Her cat, so Rose has a cat burglar video. I'm going to have to go check that one out. Yeah, I thought you were leaving, Monica. You're going to go to the East Coast, right? Because I don't know if I told you that we're going to be moving to North Carolina in a year and a half to retire. So you're going to come to Colorado and meet up. You definitely have to come soon. Ah, Pittsburgh. No, you won't be far. And I probably would go up that way quite a bit because I have nieces, I have nephews that live up in the Boston area and in Maine. And so I'll probably be going that way quite a bit. Is it 10 hours? Yeah, I'm not familiar with how long it takes to get anywhere on the East Coast. Patrick's from the East Coast, Mr. Martini. He's from Georgia, so he knows it a lot better than I do. So, um, but yeah, we've been spending a lot of time there because we've been trying to figure out where we're moving to. Hey, National Park Princess, welcome. It's like Bigfoot, me being live. I never go to live. Yes, it is so icy out. I went to Sam's Club and I couldn't stop my car. It was so icy. Everybody's all over the road. There were accidents left and right just to go to the grocery store. And it melted. Yesterday was like 57 degrees. And so a bunch of snow melted from a previous storm. And then today it's 27 and snowing. And so it's just an ice rink out there. So one of the reasons I'm gone live, I'm just sitting around the house. Yeah, down the street, I have a lake right down the street too. We live in a nice area just outside of Boulder, Colorado. Yeah, I had no idea it was going to snow today. So I get in the car, I'm going to go to the grocery store, and then boom, it starts. And by the time I left the grocery store, it was just an ice rink and you could barely see out your window. It kind of caught me by surprise. I had tennis shoes on, and even my snow boots or any good shoes on. And luckily I had a good jacket, but yeah, this snowstorm caught me by surprise. Don't remind me, I gotta do taxes too, National Park Princess. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. It takes 2 days to do taxes. We are in the mid 70s. I don't want to hear it, Burton RV. You're in the mid 70s today. Then it gets one day it's 20s on Wednesday morning. Oh my, that's quite a difference. Thanks for stopping by, Angela. It was nice talking to you. We haven't talked on live in years. No, plan on coming out, but give me good warning. Text me rather than IM me, because I'm not always logged in to Facebook. Yeah, I need to start it. Instead of being on a live, I should have probably started my taxes instead. I'm procrastinating. You have to take a break. It's frustrating. National Park Princess, you know Barton, don't you? Barton RV. If you guys don't, definitely go follow him. Help him with some hours. It's funny you all like it, especially when the security alarm goes off. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. And if you guys don't know Rose has a great channel where she does earthquake reporting. I've known Rose for years, definitely for years, and she's got a great earthquake channel where she reports on earthquakes that have happened and tsunamis, and she's got a great channel and a great dog, Buster. Buster's in her lives all the time. So she goes mostly live because when there's earthquakes, she goes live and reports it. She's our earthquake newswoman. But I've known Rose for like 7 years now, something like that. I think as long as I've had Colorado Martini, because I'm going on 7 years this month. I just watched one of your videos this morning, Denise, about Mexico City, and you all walked to a museum. Oh yeah, Palenque, the Palenque neighborhood. Yeah, we've been spending a lot of time in Mexico City. I love it there because of the culture. There's just so much great history and culture and so much to see in Mexico City. And it's got its good areas and its bad areas like any city does. And it's just been, I want to go back because I still haven't seen, I've been there twice this year and I still haven't seen all the things I want to see. Thanks for coming, Rose. I'll talk to you soon. Text me when you go live because I'm definitely not getting your notifications. Hugs. Yeah, Mexico City, it the flights to get there are more spendy than when you go to the coast of Mexico, which is kind of surprising. And there's not as many airlines that go into Mexico City from here as there is that go to the coastal cities of Mexico. Like you can take, we've been flying Aero Mexico, and I think, is it United? Either United or America, they go down there to Mexico City. And the tickets are a lot more expensive than than I anticipated. Um, but the hotels aren't bad, and the food isn't bad as far as cost goes. Um, and when we go down there, we do a lot of tours, which is great because they come and pick you up at your hotel, and you spend the day with a bunch of people, and because it's a huge city, and getting around, you just don't know how to get around, and they drive like maniacs. And so it's kind of nice to be in a van, a small group of people, and getting to the places that you want to see. I highly recommend, if you go down there, that you do the tours. The neighborhood you walked through was nice. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I love the Palenque area. So the first area we went to when we went to Mexico City was that area. And then and then we spent 4 days there, and we went over to the historical area of Mexico City, which is great. You need to see that area. But I definitely like staying over in Palenque rather than over in the historical area. Um, because it's nicer. It's just a nicer area. But the historical area, there's a lot to see and do there. But yeah, it's in that museum. I have a whole video on that museum on Generations Found. I didn't show as much in that video you just watched, but I have a whole video dedicated to it on Generations Found, and the pyramids that are just outside of Mexico City. Um, Teotihuacan is what it's called. They're not Aztec. It's a misconception, that built those pyramids, and those are wonderful. Those are worth seeing. Yeah, Teotihuacan is amazing. Unfortunately, our stay at Teotihuacan got cut short because it started hailing, really like huge, like quarter size hail, while we were out at the pyramids. And luckily I had like a straw hat on to protect my head with a big brim, and it was just coming down, and so we all had to run for the bus. um, and I had to climb up this really steep pyramid step to get to the bus and stuff. And oh my goodness, I have that on film on that video on Generations Found. So I got short. We didn't get to see everything we wanted to see while we were there because the rain just would not stop. It just would not let up. And there's no cover out there whatsoever. Nothing to get under. Because it's all ruins. And but if you ever get a chance to go see the pyramids in Mexico, it's definitely worth it. Not only Teotihuacan, but the Mayan pyramids at Chichen Itza, which is more on the Yucatan Peninsula. Those are worth seeing too. I love going to see all that stuff, all the antiquities. And then there's ruins right in Mexico City, the Aztec ruins. They built the city right over all the ruins. Oh, they knocked down the Aztec city and built on top of it, and they're finding ruins all the time. And so they found the main ruin, which is Templo Mayor, and they knocked down a bunch of buildings to re-expose it. But that Mexico City is really cool. I really liked it. If you ever get a chance to go down there, definitely. I'll be putting out some more videos about Mexico City, but they haven't been doing really well. So I decided to kind of take a break from putting them out. Give me a second. I have to put my dog out. Might see him running around out there. sitting in my sunroom. Yeah, I think he's going to go in front of the camera here in a second. Hopefully he won't. He'll be. It won't be indecent exposure when he goes over there in the snow. Go to the left, Spock. There. You see him? Hello, Monty. Welcome. I'm sorry. I don't have a translator on my chat, so I can't translate what you're saying. I find Mexican history interesting. I don't think they get enough publicity as other cultures. I agree. I don't remember anything about Mexican history. Yeah, because there wasn't any. Oh, he's going to bark out there. All right, he's at the back door for me to let him back in. I'll be right back. It's so cold, I don't want to leave him out there very, very long. It's like 27 out. Thank you for not doing your business in front of the camera. That's Spock. So Barton RV, how many more? I know you need about 500 followers. About how many more hours, or how many do you have at this point?
Hi, handsome. Hi, handsome.
Yes, Miss Rose, she was just in. Oh, Angelo came in.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's like surprised that we're live because we never go live.
Puppies do, but we don't. Don't you? We sit by it.
So Barton RV, how many more hours do you need?
This
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna switch over to my other channel. Let's see, I was just trying to get the first level of monetization at 3,000 hours, and I have 1140 now. Well, there you go. So definitely keep going doing lives and premieres, because it brings people in to watch longer when you do premieres. You'll find that they watch your video longer if they're at the premiere than if they just go and watch your video. So it helps give a little bit of a nudge. So lives definitely help. And it helps you connect with your audience too. I should go live more on this channel. I can't even remember the last time I went live on this channel. It's been a long time. Patrick and I used to make cocktails on this channel live all the time. Yeah, and in your friend network, it will really, really help. And just so you know, I'm trying to help you on my different channels and stuff. I usually always comment though when I'm there, and I try to watch your lives because they're longer. You'll get there definitely. Yeah, it's just it's funny when I have a video that gets a bunch of hours, it always kind of makes me laugh like, oh my gosh, I would have killed to have 100 hours on a video back in the day. It just seemed like it was so hard to get monetized back in the day. And I got monetized just after what we called Admageddon, when they changed it to 1,000 subs and 400 hours. It used to be like 10 videos, I think what it was. And I started just after that. And it was when, what's his name? Something Paul, when he showed that dead body on one of his videos in the Japanese forest, it like screwed it up for everybody. They totally changed what it took to get monetized because they just didn't want all these radical people just getting monetized and showing stuff like that. So it made it really hard. And especially when I was like one of the first groups to get monetized after that. And I'm still really close friends with all the people we bound together. And we had this movement called I Am a Creator movement. And so a lot of people that were trying to get monetized after that, people that were monetized, that lost their monetization after they changed it, were trying to get monetized again. And they had some money stuck in their account, like they had $50 sitting there this whole time that they couldn't get to because you have to have $100 before you get paid. It's another reason why I have 4 channels, because it's $100 minimum before you get paid. And when you have more than one channel, all the money you make on those channels goes towards that $100. So like if I made, let's say I made $50 on this channel in February, and I made 50 on Generations Found, and those would be added together as that $100 minimum, which is another reason why having more than one channel helps. You know what I do, National Park Princess? I have been posting a video every week for 7 years. And I've been gotten to a point with Colorado Martini where I was spinning my wheels. And I'm spinning my wheels right now, actually, with Colorado Martini, where my videos aren't doing real well like they used to. My older stuff does, and I'm not doing anything different. My older stuff does really well. It's evergreen and it keeps making money. But my new stuff I put out is not doing very well. And so what I've done is I've pulled back on Colorado Martini. I'm not putting out a video every week like I have for 7 years because I'm just spinning my wheels. If it's not getting any traction and not getting views, why should I do it? So now I'm just trying to put out maybe once or twice a month on this channel. And I'm doing the same on the other channels. So sometimes I'll take a video on this channel where it's us walking around and traveling and stuff. But then if I do that same video on Generations Found, it's going to be the same footage, but not necessarily in the same order, but I narrate it instead. And it actually saves me a lot of time. So I'm not like starting from scratch. I already know what I want to say. I already have a script. I've already kind of worked out the kinks on its version on Colorado Martini. So there's ways you can do things that it saves time, or you can repurpose your videos. As long as it's not exactly the same video, you can repurpose your footage. It's your footage. And then if there's a video on one channel that doesn't do well, but I think it will do well on another, I'll totally take it down on that original channel and put it up on the other channel. Because that happens to me a lot, like on Colorado Martini. Colorado Martini used to do really well, but I feel like it's being shadow banned because its new stuff is not doing well. And it's like the Frida video I put out. It's been out for almost a week and a half, and I struggled to get 100 views on it. well, for a channel that's 7 years old and has 14,000 subscribers, it should do a lot better than 100 views. But yet I put out a video on Edsel Ford's house in Detroit, and it's part narration and part us walking around. And that's like my top video right now. Why? I don't know. And I'm not doing anything different. So why some do well and some don't, I don't know why. Maybe it's of interest at that time. But it all has to do with whether it's in the browse feature or YouTube search. If they're putting me out there, then the video will do really well. And if they don't, then the video bombs. So it's like there's no subscribers watching my stuff. Present people excluded. I was thinking about that with older videos. Since I save everything on my external drive, I think I've gotten a little better at editing voiceovers. You know, it took me years to perfect narration, and I'm still perfecting it. You wouldn't believe the horrible comments I've gotten about my narration. You get these people that are just, if you don't talk really fast, they're going to insult you. And then you have these other people that really like that you don't talk as fast and you talk clearly, you know, and I cater to those people because when I look at my stats, my audience is an older audience, and it's the younger people that don't like, you know, a little slower talking. And to be honest with you, personally, I can't stand the videos where you're talking really fast. Exactly, you do. You have to ignore the critics. It took me years to do that, though. I used to get so hurt when I would get a thumbs down. And I mean, it would just break me apart. I wish Angela was still in here, because Angela would tell me, would tell you how upset I used to get. Because Angela and I talk on the back end for years now, and I would get so upset about it, and I finally got over it. I was called Mr. Boring on a live stream, texting him to talk slower. Hey, again, you can't, you know, you will find your audience, and people like that you don't want around anyways. So let them bark and let them go on their way. You know, and when I get like comments like people are really being jerks about something, or they're being political, or, you know, depending on what it is, I always answer, thank you for your feedback. Because thank you for your feedback is very general, and you're not agreeing with them, you're not disagreeing with them, and you're not being snotty. And if you are snotty, believe me, they will attack you. One time I attacked a guy. I was just so over being attacked that I bit back. He actually went out on a live and got all his cronies to come and leave horrible comments on my video within like an hour, and a bunch of thumbs down. And I'm talking like 50 thumbs down because I defended myself. So, and that happens every single time you defend yourself. And you just kind of have to say, either you get rid of them, you know, we used to block them, but now it's where they don't show up on your channel anymore, or you delete the comment and just make them go away that way. And, you know, if they left a thumbs down, they left a thumbs down. Yeah, you wouldn't believe. I also block words. Go into your community settings. And in your community settings, you can block words. And I block all the words that I've been called over the years. I have, you know, idiot, dumb, white woman. Oh, I've been called that one a lot. Snowflake. Words, yeah, those kind of words I block. I block the words Trump. I block Biden. I block Dems. I block Republican. You know, because I just won't put up with the political talk in my feeds. so I block a lot. I probably have like a 20 words that I block on every single channel. And then that way they go into my hold and I decide whether I want them to be visual or, show up in my feed or not. But if somebody's being a jerk, I don't answer them. I just block them from being able to show a comment on my channel from going forward. And sometimes when you do that too, I think YouTube now is getting rid of the thumbs down they gave you. I think they're finally doing that. Yes, I always comment no matter what they comment. Yeah, be a judge on whether you're going to answer them or not. If you're going to answer them and they're being a jerk or whatever they say, just say, thank you for your feedback. It's worked for me for so many years because that statement doesn't piss them off because it's so general that they don't understand, they don't feel the temperature in your voice, whether you're pissed off or whether you're accepting or not. It's just so general. And believe me, I get a lot of not bad comments on Generations Found. I get a lot of political comments because I do a lot of stuff on presidents funerals. And if some person was a racist back in the day, or they, had slaves and stuff, or presidents with slaves like Jefferson, you wouldn't believe some of the comments I get about these presidents. And that's when I say, thank you for your feedback. So it's not directed towards me, it's directed towards the president. But if they're being really nasty, I just delete the comment. I don't need their comment. Don't keep a comment just because you want to have comments on your video. It's not worth it. Just get rid of them, and block that person from showing up on your feed from then on. But I think like I said, the hardest thing, because they used to show thumbs down, how many thumbs down you had on a video, and they changed that over the last few years, thank God. And that really calmed down the haters quite a bit. It was so bad. It was out of control. I'm so glad that they took that off visually. Yeah, before they blocked the people seeing thumbs down, people used it as a hate platform of doing thumbs down just because they didn't like you. They were jealous of you, or they just didn't like you. They found you irritating. I get that a lot too, where, you are so irritating, or, it's like, whatever, move on. So I get the worst comments I get is I write articles for Newsbreak, which is actually been a really nice source of income. I actually make more money writing articles on Newsbreak than I do videos. And I get the worst comments on Newsbreak I've ever had in my entire social media career. These people will, I write articles on food, and these people will make it political. It's like some of the stupidest stuff. It's like, okay, so what does a croissant have to do with Biden? They'll find a way to make the connection somehow. It's just, it's actually pretty hysterical. I will never understand how some people can't just quietly move along. Exactly. It's not like you are forcing them to watch. Exactly. It's like, why are you watching it then? I had some guy comment, was it yesterday, on Mr. Martini's channel. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Epic Earth Found got taken over by Mr. Martini. It's now the Fix DIY. Because the animal channel, it wasn't doing anything. It just was not making any money. It just was not doing anything. It was kind of a waste of my time. So I had Mr. Martini take it over. And we went to this museum, this really cool museum locally that has a bunch of Ford GT, GT40s. And if you're not familiar with those are really cool hot rod cars. They're racing cars. Anyways, there's a Lola, a type of car called a Lola that's in the collection. And the Lola is the predecessor of these GT40s. It's like, it was, though they were modeled off the Lola. Well, we didn't talk about the Lola in the video because I'm doing a whole separate video on it. And so I just walked past it in this video. And this guy reamed me a new one because I didn't talk about the Lola. I mean, it was like, really? You took the time to make this like 2-paragraph thing because we didn't talk about the Lola? It's just going to be a different video. This museum's so big, I'm having to divide it up into like 4 different videos. So yeah, you just can't please everybody. You know, and I don't understand why they have to just go around and hate and spread hate. You know, the psychology of these trolls is beyond me. I've tried to figure it out over the last 7 years I've been on YouTube, and they're just haters gonna hate when it comes down to it. But you have to weigh out that the majority of the people that you come across are wonderful, such as yourselves, and that you make really nice connections. Like, I don't know if you were in the chat, National Princess, when Rose and Monica and Angela were here. I mean, I've known those guys forever, and we're friends offline. And, you know, we talk in Facebook, and we text each other, and, you know, or an email and stuff. And you make friends like that, like the two of you. I've, you know, become friends with the two of you, you know, and made a connection. And you come across some really cool people. And, you know, it's like Angelo and I've been friends since the beginning, and we both started in the same place. And Angelo is like a huge YouTuber now. And I'm so proud of him. I'm not jealous because, you know, because we started at the same time. We kind of started with the same content when I have totally different content now. And he just, you know, he got lucky and he met some people that really brought him along. I mean, he's big, and he's like one of the biggest YouTubers there is out there. Definitely want to see others succeed. And it's just, you know, it's important to me to that other people succeed too. I think that we're all in this together. And this is when I started YouTube, that was the biggest surprise to me was the friends you make. I didn't expect to become friends with other creators. I thought I was on my own path and I was going to put out my videos and stuff. I had no idea the community that I was going to build over the years. And, you know, and I've seen a lot of people come and go too. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of people just get really frustrated and leave. And, yeah, you don't expect it. You don't expect the community and the bonding that you have. And, you know, and that's been the best part of this whole journey is the friends, that you make. And, you know, some people I've met in person, some people I haven't, you know. Because I'm in Colorado, I've had a lot of people show up here in Colorado and want to collab and do videos together and stuff. And that's been really cool. I'm going to have to check out Angela's channel. Yeah, when you go to Angela's channel, definitely tell him that you met him in our live, because otherwise he might not answer you. He gets thousands of comments, you know, and so for you to stand out, say that you met me and that you met him in my live. But yeah, he's a huge YouTuber. He explores abandoned places, and he's actually got 2 channels. He's got Exploring with Angelo, and he's got Ange Bono Bonda TV, which is a little more paranormal stuff. You guys may not know this, but we used to do paranormal stuff on this channel. We used to go to haunted hotels a long time ago. We just had a small meetup and we were so excited. We were all small channels, but it was exciting. It is. And you make bonds like you won't, like you've never made before. You just kind of have this common thread. You know the heartache and the wins and the loses and that you all have gone through, and you just have this bond that you don't have with other people. And it's funny that you can bond with people so well over the internet. Um, I just didn't realize that you would care about people so much as you've never met before. I saw that you met with her. I thought that was cool. I was kind of surprised. I didn't even know you guys knew each other. Yeah, I saw that. You went to like one of those. You were, if I remember correctly, you went to like a wildlife park where you were on a tram. If I remember that video correctly. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Botanical gardens. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I meet up. I haven't met up with as many people as I would have liked to. Um, you know, yeah, she really is. She is a sweetheart. Um, and that area is so pretty. We actually used to live in the Northwest. Yeah, she's like in Salem, isn't she? Something like that. Salem, Oregon. Well, also too, the people that you meet, you know the good ones and the bad ones. I mean, you know who the people who really care and have a big heart, and the other ones that are just, you know, they're either I can tell people that have big hearts, and those are usually the ones that I reach out to and take under my wing or become friends with, and you could just tell. And like I've said, I've seen a lot of people come and go, and even people that were really successful. Yeah, it is a beautiful. Oh, Silverton. Okay. Um, there was this group called Pusa Studios. I was telling you about the group, the I Am a Creator movement. The I Am a Creator movement was just like the Monday morning dance club. What's it, National Princess? What's Bert's group? Monday morning dance club or something like that. Anyways, I Am a Creator movement was just like that, but it was more intense. And because everything had changed, the dance off, exactly. Um, yeah, Bert's group. And a guy who ran this his name was James Cox. And it was huge amongst creators. And we were all helping each other. And James was he was like Bert, and but he was definitely not as nice as Bert is, and he was kind of into it for himself, and he was making a lot of money off a lot of people. Anyways, it kind of just dwindled out after a while, but a lot of us that are really good friends on the internet, on YouTube, that have been around for a long time, met through that movement and became good friends. And it was the same type of thing as Bert, but it was even more so. I mean, there were T-shirts and everything, and um, and then at the same time, there was this husband and wife group, this husband and wife team from Canada named Pusa Studios, and they went live every single day, and it was the same type of thing, and they were very successful, and they were really bringing a lot of people together, and I became really good friends with them, and they were very sweet people, and they were getting harassed so much by competitor people that were competing against them that had lives also doing the same kind of thing, that there was a lot of really horrible things that were happening to them. I mean, people were like calling bomb squad, calling the police and saying, that, to raid their house and stuff like that. I mean, there was just horrible stuff happening live during their lives. And it got to a point where they had to quit. And it was so sad because they were the sweetest people in the world. They were becoming so successful, but the good was, the bad was outweighing the good because they were being attacked so much. I mean, it was just horrible. And that people got so nasty because they were successful and taking away their people. And it was the same type of thing as I Am Creator and Bert's group, but it was just, they were just, you go and you play games and they would, spin the wheel and play these games and stuff. And it was fun. We used to have the best times in their lives. And we all became really good friends. I mean, we would exchange Christmas cards and presents and, send things to each other all the time and open them up live. But these other bad apples just ruined it for everybody. And they ended up having to quit. It was so stressful for them. And I'll never forget Andrew doing his last video, still up there. Because every so often I'll go to their channel just to kind of see if they're doing anything. And their last video is Andrew just coming on live and saying, I can't do this anymore. And and it was just so sad to watch him just say goodbye to everybody. It was horrible. And they left completely. I mean, they just, having heard peep at them, I reach out to them every so often to see how they're doing, through Facebook I am. And they're not even on there anymore. It's sad. So you see people come and go, whether they're successful or not. So, but there's been a lot of hate that's been out there, and it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's, and we knew exactly who was doing it too. I know, he's still on the air. He still does lives. And he just was a very jealous person. And it was just really, really sad. And YouTube even had to get involved because of the things that were happening. And so a lot of restrictions came down in doing lives and things like that because of some of the stuff that was happening. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So, that's why you kind of have to guard your privacy and stuff. But I think people take it too far, guarding their privacy. It's okay if people know your first name and know, what state you live in or the area you live in. It's not like they're going to find you. Bye, Barton. But yeah, I mean, I had a stalker. Matter of fact, it was a friend of Angelo and I's. And he was horrible to me. I couldn't get rid of this guy. And he finally went away. I had to complain to YouTube about it. So, but anyways, I should go. I got things to do myself, and it's getting to be dinner time here. And it was great talking to you guys. Definitely, I'm going to start going live on my new channel, World's Greatest Sacred Places, because I moved those videos over to its own channel because they'll do better there. But yeah, if you guys ever need advice or have questions about something, you can find me actually on Facebook, or email me. My email's on my channel. But yeah, Colorado Martini, you can IM me through a Colorado Martini on Facebook. If I don't get back to you, it's just because I haven't looked at my IM for a while. I've been kind of taking a break from social media. But yeah, if you ever have any questions, I'd be more than happy to help you guys. I've been around for a while. So, but everybody take care, and thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And everybody have a great evening. And it's been so long, I have to figure out how to stop the live. Bye, guys.